man. I'm gonna start off the stream by saying, like, prayers out to Sauce Walka. Prayers out to well, condolences to Say So P. Reportedly, Sauce Walka was reportedly shot in downtown Memphis alongside TSF artist Say So P, who is believed to have passed away while Sauce remains in stable condition. Now, some pictures actually popped up of Sauce Walka's leg. Like, someone close to Sauce Walka, I guess they was on FaceTime with Sauce Walka. He has 2 bullet holes in his leg. You get what I'm saying? So, I guess Sauce Walka is conscious enough to get on the phone and show somebody his wounds. So, I'm guessing he's pretty good. But his other friend, Say So P, he passed away on the scene. We gonna look at that right now. This is a
with this shit, man.
video right at. This was last night, 15 hours ago.
Told them people, man. Got this shit on bankroll, go yard, diamonds, all this shit, man. We having this shit, man. See what the fuck going on.
Holding this shit.
The sauce for you, man.
Still holding those. Forever holding. Putting it gravity unit. G unit.
Sauce shit, man.
And as you can see, like, I'm guessing, like, under that blue sheet is Say So P. I'm guessing. Rest in peace to him. Now, crazy part about this is that there's actually a video from somebody above in one of these buildings right here, and they're looking down on Say So P's, like, dead body, basically. And he's like, you can see all the blood, you can see everything. You get what I'm saying? But I obviously won't be playing that. Not even just because YouTube monetization, but, like, out of respect. Because it literally just happened. Like, literally just happened earlier today. So I actually found a report that goes along with this, matches the same description, the same street and everything. This is what? Channel 3 Memphis News. 1 dead, 1 injured in shooting downtown. Now they say 1 person is dead and another is in the hospital after a shooting in the heart of downtown Memphis, police said. The shooting happened around 2:40 p.m. in the 100 block of George W. Lee Avenue. Police are calling the shooting a targeted incident. So they know that this shooting is targeted. They have evidence of that. Several police vehicles at the crime scene taped off blocks of the several police vehicles and crime scene taped blocked off parts of downtown as they looked to piece together what happened. According to the police, the suspects got out of a white car, shot at the 2 victims. They did not. What? According to police, the suspects got out of a white car and shot at the 2 victims. They did not say what type of car the suspects were in. They just know it was a white car. Detectives from the Real-Time Crime Center tracked the vehicle as it fled outside of the Memphis area. 1 person is dead and another victim is in critical condition at Regional 1. So we're convinced that the vehicle has fled the downtown area. Certainly want everybody to be on the lookout for this white vehicle. We put on a citywide broadcast on that vehicle, said MPD Assistant Chief Don Crow. Currently, we have detectives from the homicide unit. We have detectives from the CSI unit on the scene conducting the investigation. Hopefully, we'll be able to develop suspect information real quick. If you have any info, okay. Yeah. So, they said they don't know what type of car it was, but they literally have a video of it. They're saying they were tracking them on live camera as they left the Memphis area. Detectives from a real crime center tracked the vehicle as it fled outside of Memphis area. They're probably going to release that footage of the vehicle soon to, like, gather help and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is Say So's Instagram. You just with Sauce Walka.
Yeah, man, we in Memphis with these.
If you don't know, I think he's been a Sauce Walka artist for like a TSF artist for like what, like a year or maybe 2 now. I think I've seen him a while ago.
Shit, man. What you talking about? Here to tell them people, man. Got this shit on bankroll, go yard, diamonds, all this shit, man. We having this shit, man. See what the fuck going on.
Holding this shit.
Sauce for it, man.
Still holding those. Forever holding, putting it in a gravity unit, G unit.
Sauce shit, man.
You know what's crazy? Like, Sauce Walka be everywhere, bro. Because I think just like 2 days ago, or was it like a week ago maybe? I don't know. I lost track of time. But I think he just got out of jail in Miami. Like, let me look on Twitter. Yeah, that's already in there. Because I was looking that up first. But now that's all that's popping up is about the shooting. Sauce Walka, Miami jail. Alright, fuck it, whatever. But I know Sauce Walka had just got out of jail in Miami. That's why his hair is kind of crazy.
Man, we in Memphis with this shit, man.
So Sauce Walka, I had just went over it like a couple minutes ago. Sauce Walka right now, he's in stable condition. He just got shot in the leg 2 times, and his homie Say So P passed away on the scene. But apparently, like, Sauce Walka was on FaceTime with his homie after he got shot. So Sauce Walka is like good apparently. He's in stable condition.
Can't fuck no bitch that broke, gotta have some in case I start to sweat. I've been working.
Oh, I know it's getting real now. One time, like, there's no catch. I was no point.
Hey, Motion, what they doing? Yeah, P. The real CP. Happy birthday, Joe Motion, man. Yeah, man, I brought sauce to the city for this shit, man. We got heat like the oven. You got beef, we got keep it the rapping, pippin' the Jasmine, they call me Aladdin.
So this is the dude that this is Sauce Walka's artist that had passed away on the scene. As you can see, he got the TSF chain. It's a lot going on right now in hip hop. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I was about to go live to talk about the new Bricc Baby news, and then what else was I didn't talk about? Oh yeah, Fabio Foreign, and then Yella Beezy too. And then I found out about this. Like, this happened right before I was about to go on live. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Not Sauce Walka. But yeah, rest in peace to bro too. I mean, I never listened to his music before, but I think I seen him around. Let me just see what his numbers looking like. Say So P TSF. Oh, so he been from TSF for a while. Yeah, 2 years.
If it's smoke, then I'm coming with it. I ain't gotta have no nigga to off you. I'm the one coming to get you. If it's smoke, then I'm coming with it.
Yeah. A lot of bloggers are eating right now. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, some of these things, I don't feel like reporting, making videos like how I used to on it sometimes. Like, if I'm not all the way 100% like invested in it, like, I only talk about things that I feel like I super care about or like that I'm interested in. You get what I'm saying? And then also, I'm not trying to rush out an interview just because like it's the hottest shit at the moment. Nah, that's crazy though. Someone talked about it already. But yeah, if you didn't see, oh, whoa, I accidentally almost show that video. But if you see at the bottom of this screen, this is the video of bro on the ground. I don't want to. We're not gonna show that, but it's a lot of blood in that video. You could find it on Twitter. But yeah, I can't play that on YouTube.
Holding this shit.
Sauce on it, man.
Still holding those. G-Unit.
Sauce shit, man.
That's apparently Say So P. That's what they saying. All right, so let me see if Sauce Walka himself posted anything. That's it. Oh yeah, that was actually it.
Actually got your crew did land about 15 minutes ago. We're just waiting for them to come over from...
Bro, ugly as shit. Alright. Bro posted like 5 selfies back to back.
You gotta start that hole.
What's poppin'?
Well, poppin', man. I know what's going on, man. TSL Memphis shit.
Where
man.
we at, though?
And we in Memphis with this shit right now. In the M right now. You know where these rap niggas don't come to. But a Sauce nigga gonna be here, man.
That's why they don't go there, brother. Damn. Rest in peace to bro, though. I don't even want to, like, do the whole lecture.
I ain't sleep here, stay here, man. You know, so as long as we want to, man. You dig what I'm saying? Certified, man. This shit going the fuck on outside right now.
Outside popping this shit, bro.
Hey, popping this shit, man. Normal shit, records, man. You know what I'm talking about? You dig what I'm saying? Head to toe, that man. Head to toe, man. I see that boy. I'm on land with that boy. Louis, that boy. Shit going on, man. What the fuck? Sosa boat? Racks in this bitch?
Come on, man. Shit, it's a normal day in the South Side, baby.
Yeah, normal day in the South Side, P. Go yards everywhere, diamonds everywhere, just bankrolls everywhere, money everywhere, just whatever, everything, shit everywhere. Fuck it. You see what I'm saying? Ruckers.
Real South. Real seasoning.
So they was with YTB Fat last night, too. He came here and shit, bro. There goes Say So P right there. I just know I was playing that for too long. I don't think it could copyright my shit. That shit was too damn long.
Maybe chuck in the house with the jump. Who that boy is? I thought you knew. Let me see that shit, nigga. We got here like trying to park the Rolls Royce truck. It can barely fit.
His shit in part, last thing on his mind was the reload. You better think smart at the
It was just 3 hours ago he was posting stuff.
It can barely fit.
We got here like the up.
Oh, that's crazy. Nah, let me see if Say Cheese posted. You know, Say Cheese be getting the newest news on Sauce Walka. They have like a good relationship. Nah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't even post about the leg shit. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to show it here, but there is, like a FaceTime call going around where Sauce Walka is showing his bullet wounds, and he has like 2 bullet wounds in his leg. But yeah, we'll probably go back to this. I want to talk about the Bricc Baby stuff. Before I transition, rest in peace, Say So, bro. Rest in peace, Say So, gang. I ain't know him like that. I only heard about him a couple times, but condolences to his family. Bricc Baby, FBI, something like that. I forget the video. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Bricc Baby FBI paperwork, gun trafficking, co-defendant, drug conspiracies, and wiretaps. This is the real sealed indictment. This is why they were saying shit was looking tricky. You know, Whack 100 and 600 was creating conspiracies that like Bricc Baby was snitching in New Jersey and like snitching in Atlanta. They said Bricc Baby was just like snitching all over the country. But that's not really what happened. The reason that Bricc Baby's indictment is separate and was sealed is because he was wrapped in a whole different gun trafficking conspiracy, shit like that.
Operation Drawdown.
So let's see what this dude was talking about.
I'm not talking about big. Listen, Adam. I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no fucking murder.
Wait, I just want to hear. Let's hear what 600 says.
So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working.
Rap News Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube, and we back with that Rolling 60 indictment, about to go through all the other co-conspirators that went down along with Big U in Operation Drawdown. Now, for everybody that's seen our last...
It says 20 minutes, but it's not actually 20 minutes because he like starts talking about the other people and not Bricc Baby, but we could go
video
through it if you want. I just want to talk about the gun trafficking charge that's on Bricc Baby. Now, we know that, remember, like I said, Whack 100 is trying to say it was all type of weird other snitch allegations, but now we know it's just a different indictment for drug trafficking.
No, we touched on certain individuals that were all on the indictment together. But when the feds released this picture of everybody that was in custody in this operation, from the outside looking in, it looks like everybody went down for the same thing, and that's not the case. Multiple individuals that went down on the case were a part of that initial indictment with the RICO on it. But as we talked about, the Rolling 60s as a whole were already under investigation in 2020 before federal investigators really put their eyes on Big U. So there's multiple different indictments that went along with this situation. And this is why
he said Bricc Baby, Big Shitty, MPA Shitro, Shitty Montana. Yo, Shitty Montana is actually a good name. I ain't gonna lie. Big Baby Shitro.
Bricc Baby, who was mentioned on the wiretap in Big U's indictment, wasn't named as a defendant in that indictment because the feds had bigger plans for him and one of his homies. Now again, in Big U's indictment on the wiretaps, Bricc Baby was caught talking about a robbery and paying money to Big U. But a situation that we heard before that Whack 100 had brought up was a situation where Bricc Baby had caught a federal case with some firearms.
It's one thing to have a possession of a firearm. AKs are illegal in the state of California. They're not DA rejecting that. But what I'm telling you is it was never picked up by the state. The feds are holding it. He knew it. Only thing I'm doing is going over what he's saying.
So you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working.
There was questions looming and allegations circling regarding his cooperation and why he never had a court date or really had to answer for them firearm charges. This is why he's in custody now. So this incident with Bricc Baby stems back all the way to 2022 on July 12th. And we see the indictment alleging that he was a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. So Bricc Baby, real name Zaire Mitchell, also goes by Big Shitty, MPA Shitro, Shitty Montana, or Bricc Baby Shitro, as he was introduced when he hit the rap scene over 10 years ago. But the indictment is alleging that on July 12, 2022, he was in possession of a 9mm Luger, and it's alleged that he was shooting the gun in a business parking lot somewhere in LA County. Now, federal investigators allege that this affected interstate and foreign commerce. So to break down how they tie that together, when you're a felon in possession of a weapon, we already know the feds are getting involved. The reason being is because they use the manufacturing location of that weapon against you. So say in this case, Bricc Baby is in LA County in possession of a weapon. Strike one is being a felon in possession of a weapon. But if that gun is manufactured and or purchased in a different state, they're basically gonna charge you with moving that gun over state lines, therefore affecting interstate commerce.
Damn, what the hell? I did not know that. Just because your gun was made in a different state, it could become a federal charge. Like a regular gun charge could become a federal charge just because your gun, you bought the gun and the gun was originally from a different state. That's wild.
Or foreign commerce if the weapon was produced in another country. Like I said, the feds are playing a different game. This is how we see somebody that's already a felon go down for a gun case, go to state prison, and on the back end of his state prison sentence, the feds pick the case up and then they go serve time in the feds as well. By the time the feds do their homework on where that weapon came from compared to where you got caught with the weapon, they let you do that state time and then bring you to do their time. Now, Bricc Baby, his prior convictions of reckless evading in 2010, possession of a controlled substance in 2012, 2 counts of possession of controlled substances, 1 in 2012, 1 in 2014, criminal threats in 2016, and a robbery in 2020. This is what made him guilty in possession of these weapons. Now, again, that's count 1 on his indictment. Count 2 are the weapons themselves. Knowingly possessing firearms and ammunition, again, each affecting interstate and or foreign commerce. This is where they allege that on June 23rd, 2023, a year after the shooting that he did in a parking lot, he was caught in possession of 3 weapons, a .380, a 9, and a Hell Pup 5.56. So Bricc Baby had that shit on him. But not only are they gonna charge him with the weapons, they're gonna charge him with the 133 rounds of ammunition that he also carried along with the guns.
He had 3 different types of ammunition for the same gun. He had 32 rounds of Lake City 5.56 caliber, 32 rounds of Remington Peters for 5.56, 36 rounds of Horn 80 5.56 caliber. Okay.
But the key thing that's going on with Bricc Baby right now is that they're linking him with another co-defendant that went down on Operation Drawdown, Christian Forbes, aka Bus, another member from Rolling 60s. So the reason that Bricc Baby and Bus are merging together is because the feds allege that the cases rise out of the same conspiracy, common scheme, transaction, or series of transactions and events. And they stated that both cases charge firearm offenses arising from the same investigation into the neighborhood Rolling 60s, which both of these defendants are from. And it said that both indictments rely on evidence that ultimately led to a Title III wiretap in a separate case on several Rolling 60 telephones.
Additional explanation: both cases charge firearm offenses arising from the same investigation into the Rolling 60, with of which defendants are members of the association. Both indictments rely on evidence that ultimately led to a Title III wiretaps on Rolling 60s, including the FBI plans to. Okay.
Including Zaire Mitchell, Bricc Baby. And they stated that the FBI plans to arrest both defendants on the same date as part of the Rolling 60s takedown, and the common discovery will be produced in the cases. And this is what leads us to Christian Forbes, who seemingly is the big fish when it comes to the weapons in this indictment, because the feds are alleging that he engaged in the business of dealing firearms without a license. So they're linking Bus's firearm transportations with Bricc Baby's firearm acquisitions. And this is how they prove the interstate and foreign commerce is being played with. They have the man that's bringing the weapons from wherever, out of state, and they have Bricc Baby receiving weapons. But it said in terms of bus, beginning on or before.
But the question is, how do they know that the weapons that Bricc Baby had came from this dude, Bus? Like, what evidence do they have saying that these weapons that Bricc Baby has in his possession for sure came from Chris Forbes? Like, how do they know that?
Or January 5th, 2022, and rolling to March 23rd, 2022, who was not licensed as an importer, manufacturer, or dealer of firearms, willfully engaged in the business of dealing in firearms, specifically to sell. And they have a list and the dates of the firearms that he allegedly sold. A Smith & Wesson M&P 45, a Bursa 380, a Ghost assault rifle, and a Taurus 9mm.
I don't think that's none of the guns that Bricc Baby
Now, usually,
had.
what this looks like is he sold these guns to somebody that's cooperating with the feds. Now, none of these weapons match the serial numbers of the weapons Bricc Baby got caught with. Exactly. So we can take him out of the equation of being the one that told on Bus. Because as the feds like to do, they love to make controlled buys. And the breakdown of these firearms are a little bit too clean.
Yeah, so those other guns that he sold, he probably sold to an informant. It's just like when they did it with Big U, when Big U was collecting extortion payments from an informant. Like victim one, the main victim in the case, was working with the feds the whole time. So it's like they seems like a common pattern that the feds use.
January 5th, January 12th, February 2nd, and March 10th are documented dates that he sold these firearms to an informant. And again, both of these indictments rely on evidence that ultimately led to an expansion of wiretaps against the Rolling 60s. Now, the feds also allege that both of these dudes have a serious risk that they might flee if they're let out of custody. We saw Trap Kitchen Monty already out, and there's another person a part of this indictment that we gonna touch on that's already out. But there was a request made for pretrial detention due to the safety of regular members in the community being at risk, because these crimes are considered violent crimes. So we may not see Bricc Baby for some time if he doesn't beat this case. Now, as the feds usually go, we seen the wiretaps with Bricc Baby.
I think Bricc Baby, like, they're saying that he's a high risk individual, so that's why he might flee. But I think there's a kind of way to work around that. Like, I don't know, because he does have a job at No Jumper, so he could be like, no, I have a contract that requires me to be here this many times a month, so I have to be here. I don't know. Maybe they think he'll just say, fuck it, I'm just going to fucking go to Mexico. Like, I don't think he's moving to Mexico for whatever y'all trying to give him. I don't think, because he's just buying guns in the case, and then his other charge was a shooting from years ago. So no one really knows how much time they're gonna really try to offer him right now.
Always some confidential informants and some people working with the police when you selling something. So this takes us to the next two defendants that went down in Operation Drawdown: Derek Andre Pollard, aka Grimsky, and Zachary Rodriguez Garcia, aka Zeke. Both of these two dudes are on an indictment together, accused of participating in a conspiracy to distribute meth, another count of distribution of meth, and possession with intent to distribute fentanyl, methamphetamine, and MDMA, another count of possessing a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime, and lastly, being a felon in possession of a firearm. So what we see
how, like, why did they have to tie this to, like, Big U and Bricc Baby and them if it has nothing to do with them? Like, if that meth sale has nothing to do with the rest of this, because I don't even think these dudes are from 60s. I think maybe he'll explain.
Here, everybody on this indictment is either members of Neighborhood Rolling 60 or criminal associates of the 60s. That's what the feds is gonna call them. And everybody is seemingly moving on their own program, doing things at different times. But since they all a member of the 60s organization, there was communication linking all 19 of these individuals that we see went down on this case. So in Grimsky and Z's situation, It started with them back in 2020, around September 2nd, and allegedly it continued until February 24, 2021 in Riverside County. Now, on this day, when they became subjects of the federal investigation, September 2nd, it said that Pollard spoke to an individual who he believed was trying to buy some work. It said that Pollard is the one that usually negotiates the sale, and Garcia is the one that goes and drops the work off and kind of builds a rapport with the customer. But with Pollard being on the phone, negotiating this deal with this alleged customer, it's not known to them. This is a confidential informant discussing the sale of a pound of meth for $2,700. So Pollard instructed the confidential.
Like, that's gotta be scary, gang. Like, imagine you doing business, like, but at any moment during you doing business, you could be talking to a federal informant. Like, bro, that's gotta be scary as a street dude. As someone in the streets dealing with stuff like that, like, that's probably the biggest fear. Like, imagine you're selling a pound of meth to a informant. Like, you are cooked, my brother. Like, what? Like, god damn.
To meet with Garcia at a predetermined location in Riverside, California. Now, when they met later on that night, Garcia offers the CI 10 pounds of meth at a discounted price, knocking $200 off each P and saying he can slang it to him for $20.
The federal informant was like, oh yeah, actually, oh yeah, I need 1 pound of meth. Oh wait, actually I need 10. Oh, you can get me a deal on the 10? Oh yeah, I need that. No.
$500 if you get 10. But he also offered other types of drugs and firearms that he could sell this confidential informant. Now, I don't know if he knew this dude before, if he dealt with him. It don't seem like it, but that's crazy. And this is the work of some young, unexperienced members. So he went on to sell the confidential informant what he claimed to be a pound of meth, but instead was 44 grams of dimethyl-sulfone for $2,700. Now, he ended up whooping the buyer, sold him some bunk for $2,700, but that seemingly doesn't even matter to the feds, man, that it wasn't even a controlled substance. Now, after Garcia gave him that work.
And I'm not gonna lie, they do that with robberies too. Like, if you rob someone with a BB gun, or if you rob someone with a fake gun, they're gonna charge you as if you robbed that person with a deadly weapon, as if it was a real gun. So I could see them doing the same thing. If you sell somebody fake drugs, they just charge you as if it's real drugs. That's crazy as fuck, though.
Pollard tries to shake the confidential informant down for $100 for brokering the sale. And of course, he met with the confidential informant and got his little $100. So they sold dude some bunk and then took $100 for brokering the deal on top of that. They was playing some shady games. But about 2 weeks later, September 17th, Pollard's back on his phone talking to another confidential informant, discussing another sale of a pound of meth, negotiating another $2,700 price and a $100 middleman fee. This time, Pollard is the one that met
wait a second.
with the CI.
I know they can't be that crazy. You sold somebody fake meth. It's not real. And you don't get confused. You don't get a little bit suspicious when they come back looking for more fake meth. I would look at them like, you know, the other shit I sold you is fake. So, like, why do you want more? Like, you not thinking this in your head? Like, you sold him. I don't know, bro. Like, some people just be too money hungry, bro. And they don't be thinking. They just need the money instantly.
And they sell him some bunk again, 446 grams, and they short of dimethyl-sulfone. So the feds, after this, they kick back and they cool on these dudes.
Maybe dimethyl-sulfone looks like meth, and like maybe it feels like meth. I don't know about hard drugs. But if dimethyl-sulfone doesn't get you high and dude is just selling him some fake ass shit, it's like, how do you not get suspicious when the dude comes back for more and you sold him some obviously fake shit? Like,
dudes for 3 months. They circle back around December 15th, 2020, hit him up again for another pound. Pollard talking on the phone again, but using quote unquote coded language. They negotiate a price, and this time Garcia meets with the confidential informant and gives him a short P, 438 grams, of pure methamphetamine for $3,000 this time. That third time was a charm. Now, in between that 3-month cool down period.
So they sold him fake shit 2 times. No, 3 times. And then the 4th time or the 3rd time, they sell him real meth this time. Like,
on October 14th, 2020, again, still in Riverside County, Grimsky is said to have knowingly possessed a Glock 40. He was already a felon, so now he's a felon in possession of a firearm. That's where that count comes from that was alleged at the top of the indictment. It said that in Arizona, he had a solicitation to commit forgery back in 2018. Now, the indictment doesn't necessarily say how they know he got caught with it, but we know Grimsky been on the phone this whole time. And we know that wiretap has been popping. Now, a couple months after they made that final sale of actual meth to the CI, it said that in February 2021, they were in possession of a key of fentanyl. And they also had another 189 grams of meth and some MDMA with them as well. Now, the key thing is with this indictment kind of being bland, this is how confidential informants and snitches fill in the blanks. When they're not necessarily saying they were stopped with this work, they got caught with it, they was arrested with it, either they was talking on these wiretaps, saying how much work they got, or somebody's telling. And this is how these 2 dudes got their faces on this Operation Drawdown board, due to their connection with the 60s. Now, the next person that's also in custody on this indictment is...
But I don't get, he never explained what was their real connection to the 60s, though. Because if both of them are not from the 60s, what was their connection to the 60s? Was the federal informant from 60s or something? Like, it was only them 2 and a federal informant.
Joshua Holly. Now, he seems to be one of these criminal associates of the 60s that I spoke on. They're not putting him down as a full-fledged member. But he also went down for the same thing as Grimsky and Zeke. Distribution of methamphetamine, carrying a firearm during and in relation to, and possessing a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. I think the only thing working for this dude is he wasn't a felon in possession of a gun. But on March 11, 2021, they got him presumably on wiretap, knowingly and intentionally distributing at least 50 grams, which came out to be 423 grams of meth. Now, the indictment doesn't allege that he was dealing with a confidential informant or a confidential witness in this case. So again, I have to stress that the wiretap and the hundreds of hours of conversations that they have is gonna play a pivotal role in pushing these guys towards a plea deal when they see exactly how much evidence they have against them. April 1st, 2021 looked just like March 11, 2021, where they got this dude selling 435 grams of methamphetamine. Both of those situations were in LA County. And on the April 1st incident, it's alleged that he possessed a firearm while he was selling that work to somebody. They have him again on April 27th, selling 443 grams.
This is just straight informant information, because they don't, it's not like they're saying that he was red-handed. Like, this is just him like selling shit to an informant or being around an informant when selling it. Like,
so as you can see, they've really been building this case for a long time. Again, they started watching Big U February of 2021, but they already had these wiretaps set up on these dudes back in 2020. And I'm gonna say, if Big U didn't allegedly kill Rayshawn Williams, this would be a pretty uneventful indictment for the feds. They'd have Bricc Baby, but it wouldn't be this big. Now, the next person that went down on this case was Ron Antoine Britton, aka Ronnie Mac. The feds are alleging that he was possessing with intent to distribute cocaine. And like many other people in this indictment, he was in possession of a firearm, in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime, and also a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. So we have Ronnie Mac on January 31st, 2024, allegedly intentionally possessing with the intent to distribute cocaine. Now, it doesn't say he sold it to anybody, so more than likely, he was caught with it. And he was probably somebody that also participated in conversations on the wiretap, so they glued him into this federal indictment. But even if he wasn't, being a member of the 60s, and being a felon in possession of this firearm, they was gonna throw him in there anyway because they caught him with the gun when they caught him with the powder. Now, he had multiple firearms. He had a Glock 26 and another Ruger 9mm when he went down. Now, just like Bricc Baby, they charging him with the ammunition as well. He had over 30 rounds of 9mm ammo while being a felon. Now, this dude right here, this is a fraudulent dude right here. I don't know the details of this situation, but Ronnie Mac was previously convicted of having sexual intercourse with a minor and 2 counts of false imprisonment, as well as an attempted possession of a controlled substance. I don't know what an attempt in the possession is, you know what I'm saying? But the minor charge, what was he even doing in this mix anyway? Maybe that's why he's on an indictment on his own. But yeah, Ronnie Mac on some foul shit. Now, the next 2 dudes that we saw also go down on this indictment are Denavian Hughes and Lamont Green. Now, both of them had the same charge, but they are charged separately on their own individual indictments. And that charge is the same as probably 80% of everybody that was outside of the RICO, a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. Now, Denavian Hughes was found to have 2 9mm pistols and 20 rounds of 9mm ammunition on May 9, 2023. Now, it's alleged that he knowingly possessed these firearms, despite the fact of previously being convicted of forgery in 2001, possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance in 2008, and the unauthorized use of personal identifying information in 2008. And on January 31st, 2024, Lamont Green was in possession of a .38 revolver, and for some reason he had hundreds of rounds of different types of ammunition, not just the .38.
Damn.
But he had previously been convicted of possession of a controlled substance in 95, second-degree burglary in 97, and assault with a semi-automatic firearm in 2000.
Yo, how are they bringing up charges on this dude from literally 20 years ago, like 30 years ago? That's crazy. I'll be mad as fuck if I did some crimes 30 years ago and they try to charge me with it today. Like, come on now, bro. Like,
so he's seemingly been out of trouble for the last 25 years, but they got him going down for affecting interstate and foreign commerce.
I mean, like, he already did time for it too. Like,
now, there is an individual on this case, Tion Devon Jones, aka Blueface, who seemingly has only went down for a violation based on a federal charge that he caught in 2009 on a conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. Now, he also had a violation in 2019.
Damn, I didn't know the 6-0s was like, they all selling meth or what? Like, what's going on?
So the details surrounding his current situation and being a part of Operation Drawdown is somewhat mysterious at this moment. But 2 dudes on this case are 2 people that I would put my money on that are gonna end up snitching. We got the starter, everybody.
Wait, who?
I would put my money.
Who does he think is a snitch? Damn, this shit loading, bro. Bruh. Fuck is wrong with my Wi-Fi? Is the stream smooth? Yeah.
2 dudes on this case are 2 people that I would put my money on that are gonna end up snitching. We got the starter everybody's been paying attention to, Fuck Juan and Brian Perez.
Fucking Juan. His name is Fuck King Heinha. Heinha. Fucking Heinha. And then Brian Perez Mejia.
Mejia. Those 2 dudes now, look, I don't want to necessarily put a jacket on nobody, but everybody else other than Jaquan Lee Smith,
fucking Heinha. That's the dude from New Leaf Clothing too. Like, if y'all remember, like I was saying in my first stream, he owns a clothing store on New Leaf Clothing. Now my homies actually passed by there and they said he's out. They said that this dude is free. The Asian dude, and they say he was just chilling in the store like nothing happened. Now they didn't mention like the whole thing to him, but this guy is saying he believes that this dude is a snitch. But I'm like, I don't even know what his charges are or his role is in the indictment. When I looked at him up, I couldn't find his indictment. I found everybody else's indictment. Remember, I found Bricc Baby's indictment before everybody. Like, everybody was acting like it wasn't public, but it was public. I found it like the first day that he got arrested. And I couldn't find this dude's indictment, which is weird.
AJ has some paperwork. Now, I don't know where fuck Juan's paperwork is or Brian Mejia, but it's something about these two dudes that's rubbing me the wrong way, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not fitting in. So
That's
I wouldn't be surprised if these two dudes, if anybody takes this to trial, you may see one or both of these individuals. I'm going to just put my money on that, you know. But Jaquan Lee Smith, you know, he's also...
I want to say something about the New Leaf Clothing guy, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Yeah. I'm going to keep the No Leaf Clothing info to myself. That would be crazy if I spoke on
a mysterious character in this situation. I'm not going to say anybody is snitching other than the confidential informants that we know exist without name right now. But Jaquan Smith is also somebody that's mysterious in this case, man. But, you know, we have to break down everybody else that was a part of this indictment because, like I said, from the outside looking in, it looks like everybody's tied to Big U Enterprises, and that's not the case. Everybody has a common denominator in them neighborhood rolling 60s, man. But
yeah, that is kind of crazy. It's like a lot of people with separate charges, separate dealings. They're doing different crimes, not really connected. But they're trying to make it seem like it's all connected to Big U when it's really not. Now, I seen Point and Shoot. This dude is hilarious. He did a video recently. He did it. No Jumper Crips arrested by FBI, bro. I want to see what bro said. He always finds a way. He gonna blame it all on Adam or blame it all on somebody. That shit gonna be funny though.
All right, so it does look like Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon have been arrested by federal agents as a part of a huge RICO.
I never even seen this video. Oh, this is when he was arrested by the Fed, not the other situation. Yeah.
Go indictment. Again. All right, so it does look like Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon have been arrested by federal agents as a part of a huge RICO indictment against the Rolling 60s Crips of Los Angeles. And their leader, Big Eugene Henley, and about 20 other people are also included in this indictment.
To announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang.
So the person at the center of this whole thing is obviously Big U, the person that they're saying is the leader. And for those who don't know, Big U is said to be responsible for the death of Nipsey Hussle. This is what a lot of people are saying. And it's because he keeps changing his story about the day that Nipsey Hussle died.
We actually was on 6th Ave with 100 cars. We got all the streets blocked. We waiting on UK to come out the house. Everybody phone blowing up. Nip got hit. Nip got hit. We flying up there. We fly up there and we see the scene.
And then like later on, he would forget he said that. And then he'd go on live on IG and say that he wasn't even in town the day that Nipsey died.
Y'all was accusing me of shit that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town. So figure that one out. But I ain't gonna address this shit.
And Nipsey Hussle was signed to Big U, to Big U's record label, and that contract was due to be up, and Nipsey Hussle wasn't going to re-sign. So that provided motive, okay?
So I signed into it. It was signed to a 10-year production contract, which started in 2009, which would end 2019.
Crazy.
Hello.
And so Big U, among a bunch of other charges, is being
That is the weirdest shit. He said hello, but nah, I don't know. Like, how would he benefit if he died in 2019? Though, like, it's like, is he trying to say that he was trying to make him renew the contract, and then he didn't want to renew the contract, so he killed him or something? Like, because Nipsey is gonna die, so it's like, I don't know how, if that contract ends in 2019, it still ends. Like, he probably can't profit off of Nipsey after that. So it's like, what are you really trying to say? Or I don't know. he's gonna profit off of all projects made before 2019 anyway, whether he's dead or he's alive. Even if he lived, he's still gonna profit off of all of Nipsey's previous projects. Damn, my Wi-Fi is slow as shit right now.
Crazy.
Hello.
And so Big U, among a bunch of other charges, is being charged with murder of some guy in Vegas also, which we're going to get to later on. But I want to go over these No Jumper Crips. What? So Loose Canyon, Termaine Ashley
the No Jumper Crips
Williams is being charged in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code Section 1951A, which makes it a federal crime to rob businesses. What? And he talked about this on the No Jumper podcast.
The business that he robbed was an illegal weed dispensary. So that's crazy.
With the 16 of Nashua, and this is direct evidence. Look at this.
We go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, you know, counting everything, right?
Apparently I guess he went on some weed heist and robbed some weed dispensary, and then that's, you know, so he's getting charged with robbery of the weed dispensary. But because Big U benefited from this, because Loose Cannon cut Big U in, and because Big U coordinated it, that makes it to where it's a federal, it's like
because remember, the dude that Loose Cannon robbed is Victim 1. Victim 1 was paying extortion payments to Big U for like years, right? But Victim 1 had been cooperating with the feds for about 1.5 years. So Victim 1 decided he didn't want to pay no more or whatever. And you know how the feds used to give him payments? The feds was giving Victim 1 payments so that he could pay Big U. And they was like recording the transactions or whatever. But the feds, I guess, decided that they was going to stop paying Big U. So Victim 1 stops paying Big U. And then Big U sends Loose Cannon and another dude named Robinson to go rob Victim 1. And I guess Victim 1 happened to be inside of he was working in a dispensary, or he owned the dispensary. And so they robbed everybody in the dispensary because he wasn't paying the extortion payments. You get what I'm saying? And then that's when they went to Big U's house and they all seen each other. And then Loose Cannon explained it on No Jumper.
You know, it's a RICO conspiracy. And so Bricc Baby got sort of caught doing the same thing. He was robbing people for Big U, giving Big U money, and then talking about it. And so they got him on wiretap talking about it. So that's not good. And I hear that Bricc Baby is a part of an ongoing separate indictment investigation.
Now, this is Cat. You know, we just went over this. It's nothing to do with Lil Durk. The separate indictment is the gun trafficking indictment with the other dude named, his name is Bus or something like that. Damn, every time I pause it, it's going to take a minute like that.
About it, and so they got him on wiretap talking about it. So that's not good. And I hear that Bricc Baby is a part of an ongoing separate indictment investigation for something totally separate. So Bricc Baby is not doing too good right now, and so this is crazy. The No Jumper Crips are all locked up. Every single one of them. Crip Mac, 4 Extra, Loose Cannon, Bricc Baby. They're all locked up. All the No Jumper.
Yo. I'm not gonna lie, when he put it in perspective like that, hold on, we gotta see all them faces again.
Now, and so this is crazy. The No Jumper Crips are all locked up. Every single one of them.
One, two.
Crip Mac, 4 Extra, Loose Cannon, Bricc Baby. They're all locked up. All the No Jumper Crips. They're all sitting in that box. And so I'm seeing a pattern here, okay? I'm afraid that No Jumper has become a law enforcement tool to put people in jail.
Yeah. No Jumper is a law enforcement tool that puts people in jail is crazy. Nah, I think Whack 100 is the reason that Luce is in jail, I think. Because remember, when they robbed the weed dispensary, there was multiple other people there. The only reason that Luce is included in the indictment is because of that robbery and because of what he said on No Jumper that tied him to the robbery. They were only going to arrest Robinson because Robinson was actually Big U's right-hand man. Luce Cannon wasn't really Big U's right-hand man. It was Robinson. Robinson was doing the day-to-day dirty work for Big U. And Luce Cannon just fucked himself over by talking too much on No Jumper with Whack 100.
And so for that reason, I think it's important to catch you guys up on all the drama and stuff that's been happening up until leading up to this. Because there has been a lot of self-snitchery going on, a lot of crazy stuff that led up to this that I want you guys to know about. And I want to start by introducing you guys to 600, a.k.a. Officer Lovejoy. This is a Rolling 60s member.
If you find yourself in the gym, you can always call me.
So basically what you guys need to understand about this guy 600 is that he is a Rolling 60s Crip that used to hang around with Big U and do everything that Big U said. But Big U always used to mark him out and treat him like a little ass bitch.
Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, because I'm on him. Like I told y'all before.
You better start acting like that.
Anybody got anything to say about the big homie, I'm on him. Fuck the internet.
Better start acting like that.
So 600 was treated like a mark by Big U, and this caused 600 to have a grudge against Big U, and he turned against him and stuff and started saying that he was responsible for Nipsey's murder. He said he was responsible for other murders. He said he was basically trying to get the cops to lock Big U up in his cell. That's pretty much what 600's been trying to do for years now. And that's pretty much all you need to know about 600. Now, Whack 3 Fingers, Whack 100, he doesn't like Big U either because Big U was mean to him and used to mark him out all the time, and we have proof of that.
Yo, Whack, what's up with this screenshot that Traplo Ross sent me of you begging Big U not to kill you?
Yeah. The way that they summarized it was crazy because it was kind of different. You know, they're talking about that situation where Whack 100 was at the Game concert with Kanye West. And then I guess he got slapped on stage. And then they called him in the parking lot and shit. But that was a funny way to summarize it, though. He was begging Big U not to kill him.
That's cap. That's AI. That ain't me.
It's in the indictment. It's in the indictment that you were saying, don't do this. My wife, my kids in the car. Draws. Don't do this.
That's not a text message.
So 3 Fingers Whack and 600 got
He said that's not a text message, bro. What? No, that wasn't a text message. That was in the indictment, brother. What are you saying?
Being victims, and so they actually started bonding with each other over their hatred for Big U. And so their whole friendship is pretty much based on their hatred of Big U and their need to just get him locked up. You know what I mean? And that goes for anyone. Whack 3 Fingers is pretty much friends with anyone that hates Big U. That's how he became Loose Cannon's friend, because Loose Cannon turned on Big U because he said that Big U was doing police stuff. So
now remember, I have a feeling that like Whack 100, see, like he just recruited 600 and Loose Cannon on his Big U hate campaign. You get what I'm saying? And by recruiting Loose Cannon and recruiting 600 to his Big U hate campaign, he got Loose Cannon wrapped up. And he got Loose Cannon was already wrapped up in it, but he got Loose Cannon deeper into it by like getting him to self-snitch on No Jumper and making him think that this content that he was talking about was like cool. Or like cool, like nah, like it literally is being used in the indictment now, and it's all because
anyone that turns on Big U or anyone that hates Big U is like, you know, Whack 3 Fingers loves them. Now I want to explain what happened on No Jumper. So about a week ago, 600, aka Officer Lovejoy, was doing some detective work, some police work, and he went on Instagram and made a video where he implicated Big U in an open murder case.
I'm just wondering whatever happened to this case. So let's just read through the case. Police, homicide suspected. So, you know,
detectives and investigation releasing information to the family. You know what I'm saying? And family relate stuff to me and like that.
So Officer Lovejoy's online trying to solve a homie, and he's wearing hair extensions. What? That's not his real hair. These are fake. This is fake hair that he put in. He's a very zesty guy. You guys should go look at some of his content he makes with Three Fingers Whack. Some of the most homoerotic. Actually, I want to.
The content he makes is homoerotic. Like, what?
I'll show you a clip of the boxing match. I want to show you a clip of when he was in the sanctioned boxing. 600 was in a sanctioned boxing match against a person half his size. The fight gets called, and then everyone storms the ring, and Three Fingers Whack wrestles him to the ground and starts giving him physical, manly affection on the ground horizontally. What? I got to show you this. Look at how fucking huge Lovejoy is compared to his opponent that he just beat because his opponent just quit.
How did he even find this footage, bro? I have never seen this in my life. I've never even seen a footage of 600 boxing, to be honest. I only seen that one footage of him
Lovejoy
boxing
is compared to his opponent that he just beat because his opponent just quit.
Yo.
Congratulations.
Whack 100 really tackled, bro.
So Whack Three Fingers dives into the ring to celebrate with his man, and he tackles him to the ground. He starts crawling all over his half-naked body. That's fucking crazy. What? And that's what happened, as you can see in this video. And so it's obvious that Three Fingers Whack loves Officer Lovejoy. Now, I want to play this next clip. This is the 16 of Nashua reacting to Officer Lovejoy doing police activity, even though he's a Crip. And so the 16 is going to start politicking with his Crip homies, and I want to show you this immediately.
When I see Lovejoy basically putting a murder on Big U and claiming that he's looking for information about it or whatever, this is very confusing to me. Like, how?
Yeah. Adam22, he's trying to say, like, that snitch shit he's doing online is crazy, but he doesn't want to say it like that. He has to, like, come at it professional.
In any way is this acceptable?
Yeah, like, I don't care what.
Big U, Eugene Henley's DNA came back on her son's fingernail.
Look at Bricc Baby's face. Like, Bricc Baby is really hot about that. I mean, he's really sitting in jail behind it now, so, I mean, I understand him.
Wait, what? 600, you know I fuck with you.
Nah.
But this is strange.
This is strange.
So the 16 and Bricc Baby are calling out Lovejoy for his police-like activity, and what happens next is Three Fingers Whack and Lovejoy call in on a three-way call so that they can start talking about police stuff. Look at this. And
wait a sec. Oh, this is that day. I remember this when Whack 100 called in, too. But it is weird that, like, Adam22 is going to say, oh, they doing some police shit, and then you're going to try to call him and put him on the phone with the same person who was just doing police stuff. If you agree that he's snitching and he's doing police activity, why are you going to call him and spread that police activity on your platform if you already considered it to be police snitch activity?
Bricc Baby gets so upset by this that he walks off the show, because the 16's obviously doing
Bricc,
too much.
the one who told 600 first.
Who? About what?
About Big U's alleged body, maybe?
Huh? Bro,
Yo, Bricc Baby said, huh? About the body? What? Never.
About what?
About Big U's alleged body, maybe?
Huh? Bro, I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm not talking about Big. Listen, Adam. I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no fucking murder case.
Wait, I just want to hear. Let's hear what 600 says. I never even knew he died till Bricc Baby told me that.
Hey, Bricc Baby did the right thing walking off. That's crazy, bro.
Don't forget your jacket at least.
So Three Fingers Whack and Lovejoy want to talk about open cases and on live podcasts. They don't care if that's considered snitching or not. They don't care. They are helping the police at this point. And Bricc Baby's not standing for it. Bricc Baby's keeping it G. He walks off. He gets mad. He says, "I ain't talking about no open murders up in this motherfucker. Y'all finna get me locked up on another murder that y'all ain't even talking about, cuz. On the dead homies, y'all talking about an open murder, cuz. Oh, 6L West Side, bro." So he's getting upset. Yeah. He's not the only one. Loose Cannon got upset about this too, and this is what made Loose Cannon turn on Lovejoy.
Listen, I do not agree with nobody talking about an open case. Dead homies. Don't put me involved in that. I separated and removed myself from any nigga that's doing that. Neighborhood crib.
And Loose Cannon's not only calling out Lovejoy, he's calling out Whack 100. What? And Whack 100 started getting...
It's crazy because, like, Loose Cannon was kind of doing that with the Nipsey thing. Like, he was bringing up, talking about Big U called me 30 minutes before Nipsey died, and he told me that Nipsey was dead before he was actually died. Like, before he was actually dead. So it's like, you was kind of bringing up new evidence that could get cases reopened. And now we learned that the feds was investigating him the whole time. So it's like, you was kind of doing the same thing, Luce. Kind of.
Cannon's not only calling out Lovejoy, he's calling out Whack 100. What? And Whack 100 started getting a lot of heat, a lot of backlash for participating in what Lovejoy was doing. And he's been confronted about that as well.
The week went our rooms and in the murder mystery rooms, and they've been running it. So after they run it, 600 to grab it.
Right.
And go through it. But I will tell you this, the family talks to 600.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot he haven't said.
Really?
A whole lot.
So your money is on Big U being locked up for this at some point?
Man, listen, bro, I don't risk jail on nobody, but the way this is looking, the way this is going, and listen, he ain't the only one.
So Three Fingers Whack was not happy about getting called out by Loose Cannon for participating with Lovejoy in this police activity. And so one day, Loose Cannon decides to fake a police raid, to pretend that he got raided by the police so that he could post footage to the internet to get clout. And so this video posted by his wife to his YouTube channel shows all these cops walking around his neighborhood, and she's saying that it's because of that they're there because of Loose.
Oh my God, you guys. The entire block is surrounded. They will not let me come home. We have an entire police force outside. My husband is home. I'm just praying that he's okay.
So this sounds pasted on. This audio sounds composited onto the video. It doesn't sound like she's on scene.
Nah, see, I did not know that this was fake. That's crazy.
And she sounds like she's in a bathroom if you play that back. So this was fraudulent. They found out, they looked up the real incident that was down the street. It was a hostage situation. And so it became obvious very quickly to everyone, to all the YouTube pages, the blogs, that this was faked. So I want to play you a clip of Loose Cannon explaining exactly what happened play by play, and this is one of the most amazing lie stories I've ever heard.
She see all the cones and everything around there, right? She called me. She was like, saying it's a hostage situation. Baby, they talking about our house. Like, talk to him. I said, but film it just in case I come out the house and they shoot me. Just in case if I walked outside and they pop me and then shoot my baby. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to get ahead of the situation. Then the negotiator came and was trying to talk to me. They handcuffed me, put me in a car, and they was like, we're gonna just check and see if it's a hostage situation. If it's not, or whatever like that, we'll let you go.
So they had the hostage negotiator on scene before they confirmed that there was, in fact, a hostage situation. What? And so people are telling Whack Three Fingers that Loose Cannon is out here faking police raids, and Whack Three Fingers doesn't defend Loose or say, nah, he ain't. I don't even know that dude. He ain't doing no type of fake nothing like that at all. He didn't say nothing.
Yeah, why are his impersonations on point?
In defense of his friend. He didn't lie for him or anything like that. And so Loose Cannon hears that Whack Three Fingers isn't defending him or is sort of like making fun of him about faking this police raid. So then Loose Cannon starts acting like he is Whack 100's enemy now. But this is where things get a little problematic, because in this next clip, the 16 is going to expose the fact that Loose Cannon and Whack 100 were never enemies. This was another play, another fake situation, and wait until you see the motive behind this operation.
Look at this.
Let me talk.
Dugar calls Cap and says, I hope Bricc Baby don't fall for that little move that you and Wack pulling, acting like y'all not cool no more. And then Lou says, he will. And then puts a bunch of laughing emojis. What do you take that as? What? So this is all part of a bigger play.
No, but they're not even.
And that's a private conversation with a dude that you don't even know that well, where you're basically telling them that this is all a play to line Bricc up.
But it's not a play to line me up, because this is the thing.
So basically, the possibility is that Wack, Three Fingers, and Loose Cannon conspired to fake beef in order to get attention on the internet, and also so that Loose Cannon can get.
You see, if Loose Cannon and Wack 100 would have touched a hair on Brick's body, it would have been another charge on that federal indictment. Like, that shit would have just been some more internet shit to add to the indictment.
Close to Bricc, win Brick's trust so that they can become fake friends so that they can line him up. That's kind of diabolical, okay? Because you have these two Crips that are enemies that don't like each other, that are always threatening each other on the internet until now. Now they're on this podcast together talking about all this crazy shit. And then Wack Three Fingers is calling in and everything else. And this is where I think the feds just said, you know what? We got to take them down now. What? This is, you know what I mean? This is insane. This is a crazy thing that we're witnessing. I mean, everyone knows that the feds are watching No Jumper, so for them to be doing this is just insane. And so this next clip is crazy. This is where Bricc Baby says that he's not worried about getting lined up by Loose Cannon because he's got a slam on him.
This is the thing. Anytime that me and Loose meet each other, we both ready to meet each other, obviously. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even no shot of a doubt about that. And then it's like, look, check it out.
So Bricc Baby says, well, be it Loose beat, we are ready to beat each other. Obviously, because on West Side Rolling, I got to. So, you know what I mean? He's basically saying that he's got it on him. That's pretty much what he's like, peacocking or whatever. He's like flexing, like, hey, don't think about trying to do nothing to me after this podcast because I got a gun on me. That's what I heard. And so this next clip, we're going to actually see the gun. We're going to see Slam. He's going to show it, and he's going to lean back, purposefully showing the butt of the Slam to Loose Cannon.
M95 for show.
All right, M30, either one.
Boo! What about both? Shout out again to our boys over at Fried, because
they definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We had some good fun, good clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different and all that?
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did he notice this? Like, point and shoot is something is wrong with bro. Because how did he notice this clip? Like, I never seen this. Bricc Baby was trying to show pole. That could be a prop. Ain't no way.
You said Compa was the one that
Because he knows that the camera is like pointing this way. So why would he do that?
Get high off of like a little bit of shit and trip out. I'm starting to believe that you're the
how you ain't got tolerance after all these years?
And so it was only a few short hours later after this exact interaction that everyone was taken into federal custody on RICO charges. So that's pretty much the coverage. Now, the next day when all the news was breaking, the 16 came on the news and he had this to say.
Damn. It's a lesson though. Just we can hang out with gang members. I've never been so happy to like be a law-abiding citizen. Like, damn. we gotta stay far away from this type of shit,
That's
man.
crazy. You not far from it, brother.
Nah. I gotta do porno. Appreciate y'all.
I slide by the boy house.
So, yo, why did point and shoot summarize what Adam said into like 2 sentences? We know, like, in real life, Adam was talking about that situation for like 20 minutes, for real. In the actual video, he was talking for like 20 minutes. But this dude just summarized it to like Adam saying, oh, that's crazy, but I'm glad I'm not a part of it. And then him walking off saying, all right, I gotta do porno. Like, this dude is a fucking manipulator. I ain't gonna lie. This dude point and shoot, that shit is hilarious though. Damn, bro. Every time I pause the video, it needs like 30 seconds. Goddamn. I'm gonna just stop pausing it. They fucking me over. Doggy bone. The fuck?
I gotta do porno. Appreciate y'all.
I slide by the boy house.
So at this point, I can't help but wonder what No Jumper's involvement in this case is going to be. Obviously, the 16 is going to be helping the prosecution, if anything. If his business is in any type of jeopardy at all, he's has made it very clear that he intends to help the police by any means necessary.
I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to stay on good terms with the police department in this area. I've never had a conversation outside of getting pulled over and having them spend 5 seconds saying like, "Oh, hey, where are you coming from?" or whatever. I never had a conversation with any cop in this city.
It's over with, man.
Now, if it's gonna make my relationship with the local cops 5% better,
why Flacco's laughing and when Flacco laughed, he looked at Bricc Baby. He was like, "It's over with, man." Like. Look at her. Oh my god, I forgot it does this stupid ass. Yo, gang. Do I gotta call my fucking. Oh, wait, nah. Actually, I think it's.
With, man.
Now, if it's gonna make my relationship with the local cops 5% better by me sitting down and just being like, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you whatever I got. You can take a look at the tapes, whatever we got to do, so that you feel extremely comfortable with knowing that I didn't have anything to do with this," then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so what's going on with Yella?
Frederick Yella is my real
Yella
name.
is giggling and laughing for no reason. It's really, there's nothing funny being discussed. No one's really laughing. And if you notice, Bricc Baby's even like, "What is going on with you, bro?" Yella is having a psychotic episode. Look at this.
But knowing that I didn't have anything to do with this, then I'm going to do that. And I'm resentful of you for putting me in this fucking position in the first place. Not the cops, the people who committed the violent act. And I'm even more resentful of the fact that you didn't handle it in a gangster way. The gangster way to do it is to do it, and then you go to every single one of your homies, "Hey, delete that fucking footage, delete that."
So Yella's just sitting here cackling away like Joker. What? You know, this is really bizarre. It's disturbing to say the least. But yeah, he's just sitting there laughing like a fucking, you know, this is crazy. And I wonder how excited Yella is about this whole thing. This is probably, this whole indictment to Yella is the gift of 1,000 Christmases. This is what he loves when gang members go to jail so that he can profit off them.
It's time to make a solid $1,000 or some gang. You feel me?
Right.
God damn.
They gonna get your ass, man. That nigga whole ass.
He said it's time to go make a solid. Damn, that's fucked up, bro. You was just hanging with these dudes. You got their number in your phone. You could have called them up. "Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up with that one story?" He said, "It's time to go make a solid $1,000 off of them." Damn. Is this recent? Is this after they got arrested? If this is after Bricc Baby got arrested, that's fucked up.
Ass just came out. Y'all crazy. This nigga got a... Did that get on camera? That nigga lost his mind.
Hey, you still be playing Madden?
He got a... Bro, listen, bro. After champion. I try to call football shit, and then I try to do Madden, bro. That's just
okay. It's shot in my hand already, nigga.
Huh? Listen, you suck, right? Why you play holes? No, or that was Bricc.
Yeah. Okay, you are updated. You updated.
What y'all gonna play?
We play Madden.
And so Yella's very happy that Bricc Baby went to jail and that the Rolling 60s are all getting locked up. He loves this, and he's going to be making content about this for the next 5 years. And the 16 as well. The 16 seems very excited about this. He says he's going to be documenting the whole thing, and he's been mocking the situation, actually. He's been making fun of Bricc and Luce. He posted this photo to his Instagram, and of course he's getting backlash for it. And in response...
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that on Instagram. This dude on Reddit said, "Adam is such a weirdo, dude. You punching 50 act your age. This man been caught up in some real mess in under 24 hours. You start making jokes thinking anyone think you are funny." Yeah, it's crazy.
To the backlash, he posted this.
See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Bricc got caught up. Fuck out of here. 22, you know what I do. I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Bricc. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever.
No, there are some people that in the streets who live their whole life not ever get into federal RICO, bro. He said, I guess sometimes people in the streets get federal RICO. I mean, sometimes it does happen, but it's not common.
What the fuck this shit is.
Not that common.
All I can say is
is
that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bullshit.
Okay, so it's not even open for discussion at this point. No Jumper is being used by the feds in these cases. I don't know what this. So it just escaped the 16's attention that he's platforming these people to talk about what they've done in the streets. He's asked.
China Mac actually is in the comments. He said 22 Jump Street thinks he's slick. All he does is ask incriminating questions. All he wants to talk about is gang and hood street politics. The fuck do your privileged ass want to know so much about the streets for?
Asking him all the time, so were you involved in the shooting? This is his entire thing. How could he sit there and say, look, I'm trying to take people out of that? Then why is your entire brand based around their gang life? And what is the point of you?
Yeah, he did say it was the antidote. I mean, it's because Bricc Baby was telling him that, though. Like, Bricc Baby would tell him, like, oh, like, thank you for putting me on a podcast. Like, I was in the streets before this. Like, he was just talking about that. But No Jumper is definitely not the antidote
even
to nothing
hiring
in the streets.
gang members on a podcast unless you want them to talk about
He
what they're
definitely
doing in
just
the
makes
streets
money
or what
off
they've
of
done in the streets. So this can be directly. I mean, this is so for the 16 to say that.
Where did he find this picture? Adam22 has sideburns.
He has no fault in any of this. He does. What? So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to check out the Patreon. For only $3, you have access to all these great videos. Just a couple days ago, I posted the video of Dejan Paul getting in a fight at Rolling Loud. And there's a bunch of other stuff on there too. Cancel anytime. So thank you guys for liking and subscribing. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Alright, so says this channel is the only way to watch No Jumper. So bro doesn't even watch No Jumper. He just watches point and shoot the No Jumper cribs. Yo, that's funny as shit. But nah, I want to go. Now I want to go over the Yella Beezy getting arrested for the murder for hire. Now people are saying that he's actually getting snitched on by the dude who actually did the murder. So Yella Beezy paid for the murder, and people are saying the dude who did the murder actually snitched on him. So I want to look into that. As you can see, this is the article from his arrest. Fox 4. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy charged with hiring hitman to kill fellow rapper Mo 3. This is a picture of Yella Beezy being processed into jail. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It says what we know. Marquise Conway, also known as Yella Beezy, was formally indicted by Dallas County Grand Jury on Tuesday for the murder of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, in November 2020, according to court documents obtained by Fox 4. Investigators say that Conway hired Kewan Dontrell White to kill Noble. Conway was arrested on Thursday on the charge of capital murder. While, what the fuck does that mean? Remuneration is a term that refers to the total amount of employees receiving, whatever that means. What's next? Conway is on his way to being held in Conway is being held in Dallas County. Court records show that he is being held on a $2 million bail. So his bail is $2 million, and I actually pulled up his jail record. Let me see, cause it is public. The Dallas County records. Yeah. Let me just put it right here. So, Marquise Conway. Let me put it up a little bit. Location in the North Tower. The charge is indictment, capital murder while remuneration. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but bond amount is $2 million, bro. God damn. I don't know how he's gonna do that. You know, he got properties and stuff like that, but 1090 Jake actually did a video about this situation, so I wanted to watch that. 1090 Jake actually released it mad fast too.
The rap world is in shambles right now. The rap world is in shambles right now. The biggest Crip just got indicted. No Jumper's host got taken down. Bobby Shmurda denounced the Crips. K-Flock beat a murder but then got found guilty.
It's a lot of federal activity going on right now.
That's on a RICO. And now we have another twist in the tragic murder of Texas rapper Mo3. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Texas rapper Yella Beezy being arrested 4 years after the murder of Mo3 and allegedly paying a hitman to do the job. Back in November of 2020, 28-year-old Melvin Noble, who was more commonly known as the Dallas rapper Mo3, was tracked in a vehicle, followed onto an interstate, and literally caught in traffic. Mo3 was unable to maneuver his car any further, was aware he was being followed, and would get out and run in a last attempt to save his life as his killer chased after him with a rifle, firing a round into the back of his head.
A Dallas rapper was murdered outside of his car on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo.
It is a stark example of the city's struggle to control violent crime. Police say the victim, a hip-hop musician named Mo3, was approached by the killer on I-35. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times on the highway. A bystander inside another vehicle was also hit. Police say that person did not suffer life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for the shooter.
The suspect, who was armed with a firearm, began firing several rounds at the victim, striking him. In doing so, the suspect also struck an innocent bystander who was sitting in his vehicle.
Now, as we've all come to learn, usually the loudest mouth is the one who has nothing to do with it. Immediately following Mo3's death, rival rapper Trap Boy Freddy would post to Instagram.
Man, whoever got the motherfucking freeway blocked out need to get y'all shit together, dog. God damn. Nick can't even get on the fucking freeway. Man, Law got the freeway blocked off all the way on Poke, dog. The fuck they got going? Nah, we covered it. Just around. Finna pop some bottles, bitch. It's bottle popping time.
This would lead to obvious rumors that Freddy played a role in Mo3's death, But just like in the case of Julio Fulio, Young and Ace went to immediately celebrating and dropping music videos while dissing Fulio, when in all actuality, he had nothing to do with his murder. Dallas police would share photos of the shooter captured by highway surveillance, later identifying and arresting 22-year-old Keywan White. Months later, 28-year-old Devin Brown would also be arrested. According to his arrest report, Devin was mad Mo3 had a relationship with a female who later turned witness. Another witness would come forward stating Devin asked for Mo3's location multiple times before the murder. Police would find multiple calls between Devin and Keywan, as it's believed Devin was feeding Keywan information on Mo3's location so Keywan could take him out. As of March 18, 2025, a grand jury in Dallas would find probable cause that 33-year-old Marquise Conway, aka Yella Beezy, caused the death of Mo3 by employing Keywan White to murder him for money. Immediately after the news broke, Mo3's mother would post to Facebook saying, "Justice for my baby."
Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo3. Cole Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges, but now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose hot song top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud.
With two people having been arrested years ago, nobody expected to see Yella Beezy making headlines for murder. But this wouldn't be the only murder Beezy's been tied to in recent weeks. Yella Beezy recently went viral after being seen in a picture with Jacoby Russell, one of two shooters who were arrested for killing Get Money Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter. Beezy would take to his Instagram story claiming it was just a picture, and he takes pictures with people he doesn't know all the time. He'd warn dumb motherfuckers not to play with his name and send his condolences to Ronnie and Ronnie's daughter. But this wasn't the only killer Beezy's been in pictures with. Back in 2020, just days after Keywan White was arrested, Dallas, Texas TV would post a picture from what appears to be a music video shoot of Yella Beezy with none other than Keywan White in the background holding a rifle. Another rapper and close associate of Yella Beezy named Jose Bodega can also be seen, and he'd even explain being in the picture in an interview, saying Keywan just wanted a feature. Trap Lord Ross would document the death of Mo3 and highlight how after Mo3 was killed, Keywan would drop a song seemingly hinting at the murder. This song would also feature Beezy's associate, Jose Bodega.
And even after his arrest, he would post previews of new songs with lyrics where he claimed he will hop out of the whip and let it spray. But to make matters worse, the accused killer had apparent ties with Yella Beezy, as following the arrest, pictures would circulate showing them together. But clearly unfazed by the recent going-ons, at the top of 2021, Yella Beezy would post on Instagram saying that he was celebrating the end of 2020 by putting his haters in the dirt.
Hey man, new year, new blessings, you understand me? We made through a hell of a year, you understand? Anybody that ain't for you, anybody that's going against you, anybody that's goddamn negative, you understand me, ain't bringing no positive vibe, you know, in the words of Gucci, put that in the dirt! Damn! For sure, you did. And we gonna take a toast to that.
Clearly, Key One has a couple loose screws, and let's not forget, Key One was apparently on bond for shooting or shooting at his then transgender girlfriend at the time he was paid to hunt and kill Mo 3. Since then, Key One was sentenced to 105 months in the feds on federal firearm charges. Devin Brown.
Damn, I just noticed I was muted this whole time. Now that's crazy. I don't know how long I was muted for it.
Brown would receive 80 months for federal firearm charges, while they both apparently are still fighting murder charges out of Texas. It's unclear at this time what directly ties Yella Beezy to the murder as far as evidence, and it's more than likely someone is telling. To think at one point everyone was friends, only for things to end so differently. We'll just have to wait and see how this case plays out. Now, 2024 was the year of the truth. 2025 is the year of the arrest, because goddamn, everybody's going the fuck down. Damn near every murder's getting solved. Nobody's getting away with shit. And to hear that Yella Beezy jeopardized, allegedly, his whole, career over the situation. And it's also alleged that Trap Boy...
It is crazy, he's right, because it was a lot of rappers getting murdered a couple years ago. Even last year, the year before that. And now we're seeing that a lot of those murders, a lot of those rappers getting killed, all of it's getting solved. A lot of it's getting solved. Like, come to find out.
Freddie is on the run. If he's actually stupid enough to be near the highway Mo 3 was killed, minutes after he was killed, and record something saying Mo 3's holding up traffic, and then later it's found out he has something to do with Mo 3's death, he's fucking dumb. In most cases, the loudest person has nothing to do with it, and that's why they're overly confident in speaking on it. You know what I mean? There's nothing for sure saying he's on the run. It's just alleged at this time. But Beezy, he's booked on the murder for paying for the murder. Mind you, Keywan White, his release date should be only in a couple years, but he's still fighting the body out of Dallas, Texas. Well, it would make sense if you have this transgender loving killer who's in a federal prison. He's obviously not at a USP. He's gonna be at a prison where other people, like transgenders and entertain that sort of stuff. And in prison, usually that crowd also mingles with the snitches and the other weird shit that you find inside a prison, right? So the only thing that makes sense in my head is, hey, I don't want to finish my federal bid, go to Dallas, and then get hit with a life sentence in the state. I'm gonna speak and tell y'all who paid me, so that way I can hopefully get off on this shit. And that's what I'm.
Oh, so he does talk about the snitch stuff. So that's basically what people are saying, that this dude is already like PC or protective custody or whatever. So they believe that because he is with the alphabet community, that he's on that side of jail, so he'll be more convinced to like tell on everybody because he's already with the people who's telling.
Assuming is happening in this situation. Originally it was just painted that Devin Brown was mad at Mo 3 for messing with a female. Now it's being alleged it wasn't only that, they were paid to execute this hit. And I think the wildest thing about this is the fact that you can look at pictures of Mo 3, Trap Boy Freddy, Yella Beezy when they were all friends. And there was a fallout, there's been fights. If you really want to break down the entire history, I highly recommend Trap Lord Ross's video. I think it's like 2 or 3 hours, breaking down the entire situation. I've covered this case multiple times on my channel as well. If you want to hear more about the transgender shooter, I have one video specifically on that situation. But to think that they were all friends and now things are ending like this, one of them is gone, one of them may be put away, and one of them may be on the run. And at one point, they all used to have love for each other. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. Let me know y'all's thoughts.
Alright, so we might not have to watch that other video unless, I think Poetic Flacco did a video on that, and I think he talked about it. I think he showed like proof that the dude is snitching. I think he showed proof that the dude is snitching. Which one? Yella Beezy situation just got worse.
Yella Beezy was arrested yesterday in the murder for hire of Mo3. And the police is saying that he's the one who put the money on Mo3's head. He hired somebody to take out Mo3 instead of doing it himself. Now, for a lot of fans, I know y'all love to remain optimistic, man. I'm here to tell you, man, it's raps. Bro, cooked, man. The most recent updates essentially just guarantee Yella Beezy would never be a free man again.
This is an arrest, years in the making. Rapper Marquise Conway, known as Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder in connection to the shooting death of Melvin Noble.
A lot of us have the same question. It's been 4 years. They already arrested 2 people for the murder of Mo3, and they already charged them. What happened in 4 years for y'all to finally charge Yella Beezy? Well, look, we got the answers, all right? And it all starts back with doing business with igaboos. You see, Yella Beezy, just like most people who usually end up in a position Yella Beezy is currently in, handcuffs around his back, they usually end up in this position by doing business with igaboos, bruh. Yella Beezy hired quite possibly the worst person you could ever hire to be your hitman. He hired Blanzo Bing. Bro, Blanzo Bling is literally a nincompoop. Like, he is somebody who people laugh at. He's the J-Cat. He's the slow friend.
He's the J-Cat.
You know it's a bad sign when your hitman committed a body so he can get the opportunity to make money signs on.
And the money signs are literally upside down too. Like, the money signs aren't even facing the camera. Bro did it for himself.
Instagram. This is why he caught the body. Not to get money for his mama, cancer treatment, not to get money to send his sister to med school. No, this man caught a body so he can flex on Instagram with a wad of cash. You know you getting caught. He got no morals and principles. I don't know about y'all, but I can literally smell the dust and the distrust off this igamite through the screen. Yella Beezy must have been desperate because come to find out, not only is Blanzo Bling, aka Kowan White, not only is he just an absolute degenerate, but this man is also a zest monster.
Mo3 killer was already on bond for shooting his transgender boyfriend.
What? Yeah, nah,
I think I'm just talking on you.
This is just cruel and unusual. Y'all sent somebody who takes chocolate showers in the back door to take out a real one. Like Mo3 was all the real ones on like vacation or something.
That's crazy. Now this wasn't nothing private. This was a public relationship. Okay.
Honestly, him being homosexual may have been a reason why Yella Beezy have lasted so long without getting arrested until now, because he was probably in that jail cell clapping boy cheeks and he didn't have no reason to cooperate. He was loving it, but after 4 years of clapping boy cheeks, man, it gets tired and old. And he started to realize, bro, hey, bro, I'm turning 30 soon, man. Bro, this ain't the life for me, bro. All right, so whatever I can do, I'm going to do it. And that's exactly what he did. Kewan White is rumored to be the prosecutor's star witness. So after...
Oh, so like... See, I thought Poetic Flacco was going to bring some facts, but he's saying it's rumors. So it's just rumors. Like, we don't know if this dude is telling. It's rumors. Until he brings up proof, he said it's rumors. So.
4 years of holding it down, not saying anything, keeping it real and thorough, he finally started cooperating. And it's rumored that he was actually at the grand jury. It's rumored that he was actually present during the grand jury. And he actually testified in front of the grand jury to help indict Yella Beezy. But it didn't stop there. Apparently, Kewan White has been cooperating long before the grand jury. According to reports, he's been a crucial part of the police investigation against Yella Beezy and has helped them gather all the information they needed to arrest Yella Beezy and get him indicted through a grand jury. So, like, Kewan White obtained phone recordings and money wiring evidence and incriminating evidence against Yella Beezy. I've seen something happen similar in the Young Thug case. The police will give you a phone. The police would work with the CEOs to help them sneak in a phone for you. And rather you know the phone is already wiretapped or you don't know it's wiretapped, you just thinking you sneaking a phone in, the phone the CEO gives you is wiretapped. So the police know you got a phone in jail. They're just wiretapping it to hear your conversation. In this case, Keywan White knew the phone was wiretapped because they gave it to him. And he was having conversations with a lot of people, right? Apparently including Yella Beezy, you know, about compensation, about wires, about this, about the murder. And the police got all those recordings. They got the bank records where the payment came.
Wait, how does he know that though?
Came from somebody, either Yella Beezy or somebody associated with Yella Beezy, right? They have conversations leading up to the hit. So he provided the police with everything they needed to where after 4 years of not having enough, they finally had enough once they got Keywan White to turn on him. This would be shocking.
Hey, you know, that just reminded me, there's a video, I think it was just like on the most recent, like, No Jumper Live or something. Poetic Flacco said that he was like, that sometimes he talks to the district attorney or something. Of like, I think he was talking about of LA. I don't know what district attorney he was talking about. But I don't even know, how do you have access to the district attorney? Like, you have to kind of meet that person or like be introduced to them somehow. Like, why do you have that conversation with them? Or like, why do you have that communication with them? Like, what do you do?
A lot of these dudes, bro, yeah, they only play smart. Like Yella Beezy be in interviews playing like he hella smart, playing like he is some type of wise old man. But you ain't wise if you falling for these old tricks, bro. You was out here talking enough over a jailhouse phone, not even a jailhouse phone, bro. Somebody calling you from jail off a phone they snuck in, and you out here talking up a storm and saying things that could connect you to a murder. I don't even think my 5-year-old nephew will fall for that play, bro. Even my nephew will tell you, bro, I'm not talking over no jail phone, bro. Not half. I don't care if it's the jail phone the police gave you or if the jail phone you got and you snuck it in. I'm not talking or having no conversation over no jail phone. That's if you really gangster. But a lot of these dudes, bro, they not really gangster, bro.
Nah, there's a lot of people talking on the phone the illegal phone that they snuck into the cell. They're definitely talking about criminal shit on that phone. How do you think they communicate with their criminal partners on the outside? Like, what do you mean?
A playing game.
But they're talking on like FaceTime and stuff. Not on like a regular phone line.
They cosplaying as gangster. These dudes really try to mimic the mob, right? Like they get in these interviews and they act like they are sworn to the oath of silence, bro. Like they get in these interviews, bro, as you're about to see, man, and they act like, oh, you know, I'm too thorough to talk about open cases. But you get over a jailhouse phone and you spill it all. That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I did want to ask this is, you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online, between you and Mo3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, you know, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
Nah, I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you give Vlad an answer like that at one point too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
He ain't had no problem with me.
If you remember when he went on Vlad, he acted like he didn't even know who Yella Beezy was. He was just like, Yella Beezy? Like, who's that? Like, I don't know who that is. I think I could pull that up after
Dallas
this.
creates a lot of gangsters because I was actually looking back at my old interview with him and I said basically the same thing to him. Basically didn't say shit. So
yeah,
respect.
Ain't never been none.
Definitely. But I don't know. Okay. Another person I wanted to ask you about from Texas, I wanted to get your thoughts on him. How you feel about the rise of Charleston White?
Man, that nigga. Bro, he doing him. He doing him, man. You know, he doing him.
Right.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, these dudes will mimic the mafia, mimic everything about their mannerisms, but they won't mimic how the mafia managed to stay out of jail for so long. They will mimic how they answer certain questions. They will mimic their mannerisms. They will mimic the sneak dissing. Like, they'll be like, wait, hold up. And he died where? Damn, where was I that day? I don't, right? Like, they will try to throw in the windows to make you think they really killed a person, right? While still trying to maintain some type of oath of silence. But they will try to move like the mafia. Yella Beezy was trying to do his best mafia impression, right? Acting oblivious. But how come y'all know everything the mob do instead of, but don't know how to stay out of jail? Don't know how the bosses at the top kept their hands clean? Don't know how the police had to create an entirely new law to racketeering cases just to get them.
All right, now he's just yapping. I ain't gonna lie. Now he's just yapping. But what else did I want to? Oh yeah, the Fabio Foreign shit. Some random shit. Fabio Foreign got arrested in New Jersey. Fabio Foreign got arrested in New Jersey for pointing, allegedly, I gotta throw that out there, pointing a gun at a woman on the side of the road who was asking him for help. Like, this is crazy. I just read the headline. So, let's see if I could, let's find a real article about it. I think it was TMZ. TMZ. Fabio Foreign hints at Dave Chappelle. Oh, this is 2 years ago. The hell? Fabio Foreign jailed since January on weapons. Oh. Fabio Foreign locked up since January. Attorney says that the case is weak sauce. Let's see about that. March 20th. Fabio Foreign has been quietly wilting away in New Jersey jail since January on multiple charges, but his attorney says that it's the weakest case he has ever seen. TMZ Hip Hop spoke to Adam Lustberg, who has been repping Fabio for years, and he tells us he expects the Brooklyn drill pioneer to be released in a couple months. We obtained the docs. Fabio is accused of pointing a gun at a woman who was simply asking him for a car jumpstart on New Year's Day in Edgewater, New Jersey. That's wild. According to police reports, Fabio pointed a gun at the woman and said, "If I see you parked in front of this building again, it's going to be a fucking problem." Goddamn. Cops say witnesses recognized Fabio right away, dialed 911, and later gave statements to officers. So there's witnesses to this crime. His attorney said that the case is weak, but there's witnesses to the crime. Edgewater police say that Fabio was seen on surveillance footage from the apartment complex where the corroborants. Edgewater police say Fabio was seen on surveillance footage from the apartment complex, which they say corroborates the alleged victim's story. Fabio was arrested on January 18 and hit with 5 charges, including unlawful possession of a weapon, terroristic threats, and aggravated assault. Lustberg says the police never recovered the gun from Fabio, and he believes the case against his client is one of the flimsiest cases he's seen in his 21 years of practicing law. The BK rap star's new collab just dropped with Caldwell, but he's not around to promote it. Now, so Lustberg, his attorney, says that police never recovered a gun from Fabio, and he believes the case is one of the flimsiest cases he's seen in his 21 years of practicing law. But that doesn't make sense. They said they have him on video. They said Edgewater police also say Fabio was seen on surveillance footage from the apartment complex that corroborates the story. So how is the case weak if they have a victim, they have multiple witnesses, and video evidence? How is the case weak? Maybe the video is weak. The video is blurry or something. But I don't know how, if the witnesses show up in court, and say that's the guy, then it looks pretty bad. But let me see if his attorney posted anything on Instagram. Let me see if I could. Sometimes the lawyers, the hip hop lawyers, they give out updates on their Instagram. If y'all didn't know, so. No, it doesn't. Is this urgent? I've had multiple people contact my. Oh, okay. No, it's not. It's not Fabio. Oh, we got a picture with Fabio right here. Talking strategy with Fabio. Okay. That's it. Oh, yeah. I know this guy with Fabio all the time. He said King of New York. Fabio Foreign, Summer Jam. Damn, they've been locked in for a long time. This is 144 weeks ago. That means that's like, what? That's like almost 3 years. That's like almost 3 years ago. What, he was on tour with Fabio or something? Bino. Oh, this is another dude from Fabio's little crew. So that dude's representing the whole gang. He representing the whole squad. He's going viral. Huh. But yeah, I tried to earlier when I heard about this, I tried to find like the inmate information, but I couldn't find the inmate information. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna probably go live again tomorrow, so I'll catch y'all there, man. Like, comment, and all that. I'm gonna probably chop this live up, post it and shit like that. But other than that, man,